There we go, this is what we're doing. Right here. We're going to a dungeon that doesn't normally exist in the game. There's usually nothing here. From the first town in the chapel where we first had our first blood vision. And it could be a disaster. Here we go. So this is the end of the game. Where we beat her last time. But maybe it's not even a full dungeon. We got big zoom out. There were 2 other ways to go. Dead end. Dead end, yeah. Okay, well, that shut me up. Approach the throne. Is it just a boss by itself? That's what. That's the question. Nothing. Hi. Level 100? That wasn't what level the dungeon was. Oh my good lord. Echo of Lilith. Hatred incarnate. Level 100. So, I'm gonna say no. Let's, oh man. I have to make good on my promise of doing something new. So I guess I'll be doing that companion tree respec, and then coming back to bear if it's no good. So, note to me and everyone for a full look at my build before I destroy it. The time is 4:13 on the timestamp, so let's just call it 4:15, and then yeah, I don't. You must refund all nodes on the board before you can detach it. There is no shortcut button for respec all like there is on the skill tree. So we're in for a lot of clicking. But yeah, this is the preview of what we're doing. The main things that we could alter in there was werebear and overpower, glyph socket, dominate. There we go. We went down the right. And then the left, and then everywhere, up out the top, and yeah, you know, if I need to get my build back, I will look very closely at this rather than just quickly go over it. Same with the skill tree. Let's get a good visual look at that so I can respec that later. Rather than trying to do it from memory, I can look at the video. There we go. Just have to do something different for a while. Oh, almost 1 million. Get used to this sound. This is designed fail. Probably shouldn't have bothered with this one. I'm probably going to take some similar things, but it's done now. Can't undo the do. Make some space. Right here, right now. I'd never go back to that version. That's a duplicate of it as well. I don't think I'll ever go back to the old versions of these. Yep. And again, so many copies. I think I've even already destroyed one before. This would be better served on this page. Bit of a cop out, but it's something. To be honest, when we start taking some of this gear off, some of the stuff that could go on the, the companion page that we'll be taking gear out of, that makes sense. I'm just gonna go and destroy what I know I'm gonna destroy before I start mixing that in my bag and destroy the wrong thing, like a fool. So I wanted to know a little bit more about this. No, you can't, of course you can't. Yeah, that means if you get like a dead old version of a Sacred Unique, there's nothing else you could have done with it. So you might as well just junk it. Unless there's something that I don't know.
You can take what's left.
Got so much pain doing that. Like I'm destroying kick-ass things that other people would love to have drop. Guilt. So much guilt. See if we can find something generic that can belong in another slot. Yeah, that could go on the werewolf tab if there was any space for it, but there ain't. To really get rid of some of these hundreds of copies of like this kind of stuff. Like, that's a two-hander with such a bad pulverize on it that can really go. That's a one-hander at least. That actually has an excuse. Hmm. Two, 4, 2. Two, 2, 4. I don't really care enough to do it over a couple of points. So we'll destroy them. Where's that guess? I guess it's done. I gotta try to remember not to sort this tab. That would be a disaster. You know it's gonna happen to me later on then. Oh wow, because I'm not using the one-hander, I misjudged how many spaces we needed. Whoops. There's not as much to look through as you might think if I saw this by accident. Because these are all starting to get ancestral items now. Except for this hat. And it's the only copy of that hat that I've got, because I just destroyed the others. And then, so if I get it wrong, there's only like, you know, an extra 8 items that might be wrong with it. So yeah, hopefully I don't mess up, but if I do, no big deal. Just walking around the town, half naked.
Father bless. What do you need? Embark nicely.